phone?
Uh, why not? They, I've never been offered this service at podcast before. Special on-cam phone charging service.
I'm at 77%. You leave at 92%. Send a numerical guarantee. Okay, I think it's working.
Beautiful.
Hello.
You.
Very loud. Okay, that should be good.
Yeah.
Brian Redband told me to turn up the gain. So the gain is turned up. It's a little bit louder than yesterday's podcast.
Gotcha.
You want to scoot
Am I too
over?
loud?
No.
All right. Is this perfect?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Just like a comedy mic.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had a podcast with Rick Diaz of all people and like uh Jessica Misra and Martin Phillips and Brian Redband. He's always giving me advice
Yeah. Is it
about how
good advice?
shitty my podcast. Yeah, it's good advice. He's like, tell them to get closer to the microphone because I guess some people don't like to, even if they're like, oh, I'm not really invested in this podcast, so I'm gonna be far away. I'm not saying that's what you were doing. What happened to the jar of weed, the giant jar of weed?
I took it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where it is right now.
Oh, shit.
There's a pre-roll under the table, I think.
Yeah, let's just smoke that then.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Awesome. Fiddling with something. So, I don't want you to reveal anything that you're not supposed to, but are you excited for the
Yeah, I'm
1
excited.
year or the new year?
I'm very excited. I was sitting on my grandmother's or I was sitting in my grandmother's room alone by myself when it was announced for the
Um,
HEB Arena Center, and now I'm gonna be playing in it. So it's weird.
oh, so you were
Yeah.
at home
Watching the Kill Tony
10-year
anniversary, yeah.
anniversary. So you're a huge fan of the show before you even got on it.
Yeah, I was, definitely. I started stand up, and then like 6 months into going to open mics, I started watching and basically just like writing on the possibility of being on the show.
Wow. So you're like specifically designed as a mutant teenage
Probably.
to just kill on the show.
Yep, that was it.
It's like when in MMA they had people that were usually in the beginning they were like in wrestling or whatever,
Yeah,
and then when they started getting people that just trained for MMA their whole life,
yeah.
there was like a switch.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like you. You're the new breed of
That's the first
Tony.
time anyone's compared me to an MMA person.
Yeah.
It's
So
kind of
they
nice.
should have a league for you in MMA.
Yeah, they
Kid.
should.
Kids Bop.
Yeah, I want to like fight a bunch of kids in a cage match. That'd be fun.
Children fighting.
I don't think I could get away with it. If anyone can
You
get
should.
away with it, it's me.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be like one of those ML or like the high school pitchers that say they're in high school
Yeah,
and then they just throw the baseball really fast at children.
yeah. Like I should like lie about that and get on like a T-ball team. Be like T-ball all-stars.
Yeah, I think that's really cool that you can do that. Have you
I've
ever
never tried it, but
have you ever done anything you weren't supposed to?
It's not really. It's no like the farthest I've gone, I think, is stealing a kid's menu. But they encourage that.
We all do that.
Yeah, they want you to do that.
Yeah, you're way overqualified to be
Yeah,
doing that. I do that sometimes.
yeah. I do eventually want to fuck a child. That's on my bucket list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like that, so you can say that. There's, I mean, I can't say that.
Say it,
Not that I
Hans.
would.
Say it. Say it.
I'll say it.
Do it. You
I don't
won't.
give
No
a
balls.
shit.
No balls.
I want to fuck a child.
Got him. Got
That
him.
looks like I fucking trapped you in here.
Yeah.
I wish that we had a booster seat. Is that rude?
No, no. You should have been more prepared. You should have bought a booster seat.
Actually,
I'm a little pissed off you didn't.
here's this.
Thank you.
This is a brand new Red Rose thermos. Got this in here. I think you're supposed to put this on the outside or
It's very
no.
pretty.
Just like
I go to
the
Red
good.
Rose just for the thermoses.
I like your tits, but how are you at keeping my drink warm?
Yeah, this is nice weed.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Thank you,
it.
Hans.
It says Austin, Texas.
Oh,
I got it from the High Tonight Show. Have you heard of that show?
I think so.
With
Yeah.
Creek. Victor Martinez runs it. It's an amazing show. It's packed out. I was supposed to do it Wednesday. Showed up late. Missed my spot. Still got the
But
pre-roll.
you still got the pre-roll.
Yeah. Do you have a lighter?
I do. I don't have a lighter on me now.
I don't want to go downstairs, but this is canoeing heavy.
Uh-oh.
What's the cure for canoeing?
So you can smoke it vertically like that. It's supposed to make it where it burns more evenly. And then if you switch it around, it's supposed to also, yeah.
Does this help?
Yeah, that's supposed to do it. I think so. If you just shove it down your throat, it will stop canoeing.
If you shove my dick in your ass, it has a. Did you know that? I think a lot of it is because how it's packed. Like if it's unevenly packed.
Yeah, definitely. Because I used to pack them like shit, and they would always constantly canoe.
I've started doing this because I have this thing. This is how I smoke weed now, and it is killing my throat.
Yeah,
This thin little paper, it burns up so quick. I
yeah.
changed my voice.
Do you think it's better to smoke like blunts or out of bowls? Because you're smoking so much butane if you're just constantly
Yeah.
lighting a bowl.
I think bowls are better in the short term
Mm,
because it's not as hot. You're only lighting it up when you need it. It saves weed too.
yeah, it's good for that.
I think joints look cooler and it's easier in cool situations to do a joint.
Mm-hmm.
But bowls are just dirty. I don't like how they get dirty and people don't take care of them. Stoners aren't really the cleanest people all the time.
Yeah, my bowl is nasty right now, and I just cleaned it like 2 weeks ago. It gets really
I
nasty.
know, you have to wash it consistently.
Mm.
But if you're not smoking out of a bowl, all that shit that's in your bowl is in your body
Yeah,
and lungs.
no, I cough it up every morning. It's disgusting.
You cough
Yeah,
like
I cough up like just
resin.
yeah, it's real gross.
Yeah, it's horrible. But it's like our lives are one of such unnatural stresses
Yeah,
that we just have to consume drug products to feel good about ourselves and function.
that's right. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it besides the resin in my lungs.
Besides the dire physical consequences. I'm just gonna check the chat just to make sure the volume and everything is right. Got it. God.
Woo!
These stupid pop-up ads. Hey, did you know we're doing this new thing on YouTube? I think it's good. So Kill Tony happens.
Yep.
You get up
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yes. No, I'm
Tomorrow.
talking about like for you when you got up for the first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't happen tomorrow.
No, that's past.
Mm-hmm. Have fast.
Um, so you were first week in Texas and you got up.
Nah, I was living here for like I think a couple months by the time that I got picked for Kill
Wow.
Tony. Yeah, I took a trip here in July and I got on the Mothership open mic and I got to talk to Adam after that and that's why I moved here after because of
So he
that.
encouraged you to move here.
He started giving me cruise show spots.
That's awesome. So you move here, you sign up for a couple months, or do you take some time
Oh
off
yeah, I signed up every
every
week.
Monday? And
Every
you're
Monday.
waiting in Shakespeare's. Were
Mm,
you ever waiting in the alley?
never the alley. Nah, I
Yeah,
only heard the
Shakespeare's,
stories.
baby.
Yeah, the
You didn't
legends.
get to see the beer market that sprung up
Nah,
organically.
there was like a whole underground drug market going on in that alley.
Yeah, right by the cop too.
Yeah, and they should have just like made it a whole fucking like Renaissance fair every Monday in that alley.
This is a Renaissance fair for virginity and school shooters.
Yeah.
It's just such a crazy environment because it already feels like it's lawless because we're a
Mhm.
bunch of comedians. It's not like, sanctioned by any governing bodies.
Yeah.
So we're already kind of crazy. All of us together. Some of us aren't going up. Most of
Mhm.
us aren't going up. So it's like a lot of people, they're like, why, who gives a fuck? And they're doing crazy shit. And
Yeah.
then you're in an alley, which is like, this is just outside, like how Cam and Dave say.
Yeah.
It's outside. There's no rules. They just,
No.
people getting into fights. It's,
Dude, I'm bummed that I missed it.
I know. You can just go stand in the alley.
Yeah, it would probably some of the magic will happen if you just stand there
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, you'll get some homeless person giving you an experience that's similar.
I I kind of like having conversations with homeless people every now and then. You know, every now and then they teach you something.
Yeah. Once you get past the desperation, you just need a little bit of desperation. You don't want it to be overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, I want them to be desperate for my friendship, not my money. I'll talk to a homeless person if they want a conversation.
You want to get them, you're like a woman. You're like, I don't want to have sex with you. I
Yeah.
just want to, get a
And
boost.
if you give me what I want, then I'll probably give you some sex or money, whatever that homeless person wants.
What's the difference? When I make money, I feel like I'm coming.
That's right.
I don't ever think about money that much.
I only think about it when I feel like I'm about to run out of it.
Yeah,
That's when it's on
I
the
don't think
mind.
about money. I panic about money.
Yeah,
It's more
exactly.
of an animal brainstem activity more
Yeah,
in the frontal cortex.
it's a survival thing.
Yeah. Are you poor right now?
I'm pretty poor. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I'm okay, but at the same time, my finances, the way they are not sustainable right now. So
Yeah.
like, I definitely need to look into something.
So you're on savings right now.
Yeah, I'm on savings. I got a little money from a couple big shows that I just did, but I eventually maybe cross my fingers want to get a door guy job somewhere. That would
Yeah.
take care of the bills.
Maybe you could be in charge of the doggy door
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between. I don't know.
Dude, they'll install a doggy door just so I have a position there.
You're getting all the children in.
Yeah.
Man, I can bring you in to hear the naughty words. This is what adults do for
I
fun.
know it'd be funny if I was like security.
Yeah. I mean, they have women there, so I'm sure that you can get a job there and just carry
Yeah,
around a taser and you're just as deadly as anyone.
exactly. I will take anyone that looks at me funny.
Because you still have the mentality of a toxic man.
That's right. Yeah.
I want to see someone suffer.
That's all I want.
So do you think women are right and men are wrong? Or do you think women are wrong and men are right?
Damn. Hitting me with the tough questions. What do you think, Hans?
I think mostly women are right. I think mostly men are wrong. And
Yeah?
I wish it wasn't the case, but I hate everything that men like.
Yeah. I I'm a man, so I like a lot of
Wouldn't it be nice if we were right?
yeah, it would be very cool, but we're pretty dumb, you know.
We have way too much fun to be right.
Mm. We're just more confident usually. Like as a species, we're
Yeah.
more confident. So you don't have to be all right if you're confident.
Yeah. If you're confident enough, you can, take something that was wrong and just say it's right, and then people will have to say it with you.
I'll be like, damn, that guy's making sense.
His muscles really convinced me.
I like how broad his shoulders were.
I do think women are annoying, though.
I
I
mean,
think women are
obviously,
just as fucked up. They're just not as good at it.
yeah, they're like They're right, but they're pushy about it. And it's
Yeah,
like, God,
the tone of
please
voice.
stop.
Yeah, women are always like, stop murdering and raping, and taking
Like,
things that don't belong.
why do you have to be so rude when you ask me?
I appreciate that you pointed out a war crime.
I just feel like you're making this awkward for everyone.
Yeah, you really didn't check with the vibes before you criticized my genocide.
Yeah,
Whoa there, Becky.
I think, in conclusion, women are wrong.
Yeah, women are wrong a lot. Women are often wrong about how in danger they are. I think they like to panic,
Yeah,
but it's easy for me to say because
I
I'm
wouldn't
never.
know. I wouldn't know. Um, I think women smell nice.
I think they're more afraid of like social interactions going wrong and not enough of stranger in a dark alley or like I guess bosses and uncles are a woman's deadliest threats.
You know what I know about women? They got cooties.
Yeah,
Cooties are bad,
I
and
hate
that's why
cooties.
women are wrong.
What do you think the origination of cooties is?
um, Probably started sometimes when all the witches were coming up, and then, like the witches they probably created cooties. If I had to guess, it sounds like a witch thing.
Which thing?
Yeah,
I think it was syphilis.
yeah, probably a combination of the two, witches and syphilis.
Witches and syphilis.
Those are the two things I hate most: are witches and syphilis.
That's what you have to look out for.
Yeah, if
That
you're a
and
witch or if you got syphilis, don't even bother talking to me. You know, that's how I feel.
yeah.
Well,
I feel like people don't get syphilis anymore.
that's a good thing because I want to talk to them if they had it.
You wouldn't talk with the hottest girl in the world if she had syphilis.
Nah, she could have syphilis or be a witch. And I'd be like, miss me with that.
No syphilis witches for me.
Yeah, that's right. That's one. If there's anything I learned in life, it's that.
Syphilis witches.
Stay away from them.
Um, I think that the witches in the polar bear movie with the knife. What is
Are
that
you
one?
talking about
Golden
Narnia
Compass.
or Golden Compass?
Golden
Okay.
Compass.
Yeah, I never saw that one because
The
my
books are really good.
my family thought there was like satanic stuff going
They're
on.
witches.
Yeah, yeah, it was that.
So you are 21 and you
Yeah.
still have parents that are afraid of the satanic panic.
At the time, yeah. They don't my mom doesn't give a shit anymore, but when that shit was coming out, they were like, "No, you got to stay away from that," cuz they were religious at the time.
So they were religious in like 2007.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then they got divorced, and then
They're
that's
like, what is the meaning of life?
yeah.
What kind of God would allow this? That's cool. So you grew up in a religious household, so you're pretty like strict.
I was like
Yeah.
when I like not. I mean, by the time I was really grown up and had curiosity, all that stuff was gone. Because um, I was religious when my parents were together, and then they got divorced when I was like 5. And then so after when I turned 5, I just turned into a wild bitch. You know, I was
You're
doing
drinking all
everything.
the yogurt,
Yeah, I was a bad
go-gurts.
boy. At 5 years old, life completely changed.
You remember? You remember being 5?
Like it was yesterday.
So what, from 0 to 5, you were religious?
Yeah. like 0 to 5, I was like tithing. Yeah, I was like giving everything in my piggy bank to
A tenth
Jesus.
of your
Yeah.
pennies.
Uh-huh.
What about the golden compass? When did that come in?
I think when I was like around 4 or 5. Did you say 2007?
Yeah,
Then yeah, I was like 5 years old.
the golden compass is great.
Yeah, man. I was actually when I was 5 years old, I was doing sermons about how if you watch the Golden Compass, you're going to hell. And like,
So you were all in.
yeah, I got like 3 people saved that day.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Um,
You went.
so the golden compass is like using sort of satanic imagery to be like, look, Satan isn't that bad.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
like,
what it was.
why are you trying to convince me that Satan isn't that bad? That sounds like something Satan would do.
Yeah, yeah. You nailed it. So, do you hate that movie too now?
No, I love it. I love Satan
Oh,
though.
okay, gotcha.
I feel like if it pisses them off enough, maybe we need a little Satan to help the inflation crisis.
Yeah. You think Satan helps inflation?
I think he helps deflation.
Okay.
I mean, whatever Ronald Reagan believes in, it's
Yeah.
probably wrong.
So we could. So you're saying that Satan's got this.
Yeah,
All right.
everything we're not doing is Satan.
Let's vote for Satan.
You
Who,
look like
who do you
Satan.
think is Satan out of everyone right now? Who do you think
Um,
is Satan?
I think our Satan is very benign and goofy and dumb, so probably like Elon Musk.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I always thought Elon was a pretty cool guy. He was pretty chill.
He was cool until he started talking a lot, and then it was like, oh, this guy's just like a,
He made it obvious that he was Satan
yeah,
when he started talking.
he's like a homeschooled person. But I think it's good to be good at business. I think he's very good at that, and that's important because that's just how our world works.
Yeah.
So I think he's good at that. I just think he's
Do you
sort of
think
like
he's
Martin
good?
Shkreli.
So I think he's really smart. Like, cause like he had like Twitter for a day, and like he fucking basically started ruining it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just like a genius, but maybe not a business genius.
I think he is.
But I don't know. I'm not. I'm definitely not a genius. So
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, I don't think he's good at Twitter, but I think he's good at being like, okay, we're making a rocket. Okay,
Yeah,
I like, I'm gonna spend 5 minutes picking, or 5 days, 5 months picking the right wheels or whatever.
yeah. He
He's good
cares
at like
about
caring about boring shit.
yeah and perfection and like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And like convincing other people
Hmm.
to give him money.
And he's got like that no emotion thing where he can just like fire 30,000 people at once and be like, "It's business, baby."
Yeah. Like no empathy.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Took me a while. I was like, whoa. Then I remembered what we were talking.
It's good weed. It's very good weed.
Yeah. I think who do you think is the devil? Maybe someone like Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is probably the devil. It's someone like Taylor Swift.
There's no way that that's her whole personality. She's got to be fucked up in some way.
Yeah, nah, she's definitely fucked up.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think she does that's fucked up? I bet she killed cats when she
I
was
think
younger.
she's super self-centered in conversation. She's like, "Oh my God, guys,
Well,
I got this
obviously,
ten
but
dollar coupon from Macy's."
I bet she did something like killing cats. But
Uh,
she has to. I would kill cats if I was Taylor Swift.
I think she would hit somebody like a homeless person with her car and drive away.
Yeah,
Like I can't deal with this right now.
yeah, yeah. That makes sense. She's probably hit and run at least 2 or 3 times. How can you not when you're Taylor Swift?
I think that she probably participates in consumer culture that relies on slave labor, and she doesn't care too much.
Yeah, we kind of all do that, you know.
Yeah.
If you're an American, you probably rely on slave labor.
So what do you do? Do you just feel bad and just, you know, give like a Hail Mary? or do you, start bombing certain key targets?
Yeah, I say you bomb all the sweatshops with all the children in them. Just get the source.
I would say you bomb some corporate office
Yeah,
during the middle of the night, just so they don't have a place where they can do their thing.
either one works. You either kill the kids or you kill the corporate, but either way, you get rid of the
Yeah, I
problem.
know which one's easier.
Yeah, you killing kids is way easier.
Killing kids is so
Yeah,
in a corporate thing, once they can hire security, well, you can only do it. You got to do it all at the same time, or else they're gonna know.
yeah.
So you got to coordinate and just
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. Just do like a coordinated strike on all the little
make sure
kids.
no one's CIA.
Yeah.
You think there's any members of, the CIA or the FBI in stand-up comedy in Austin? Who do you think is a plant?
Oh, oh. Um, Probably I would say Ty Rivera is coming to
Ty
mind. Yeah,
Rivera?
yeah, he's definitely a plant for the CIA.
Huh.
It makes sense, with
Well,
all the
Ty,
face
you
tats.
wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, that's the face tats. They're all fake.
Yeah, he just puts them on every night
Yeah,
to go out.
it's all fake.
He just, but the fact is that he's really good at comedy, so
Yeah, I mean, when you're CIA, you gotta learn certain skills.
he's like, fuck the CIA shit. I could tour.
Yeah.
I could make 3 times the money.
Yeah, man. Well, it's like some people they gotta learn taekwondo if they gotta join CIA, and other people they gotta learn stand-up
And
comedy.
also, after that gig, you can't have any other undercover gigs. You're
Yeah,
pretty much done because your name and face is out there now.
yeah, that's true. But like that's why it's like a lifetime job. You know,
Yeah, that's how you know there's no
Ty
FBI
Rivera's the
in
reason
stand-up
why.
comedy.
Ty Rivera's the reason why cocaine isn't in the green rooms anymore.
He's been snitching on all of us.
Yeah,
I think that it's sad that there's so much suffering in terms of sweatshops and stuff,
yeah.
and there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it.
We should buy a ticket to like Malaysia or Honduras, wherever they are, and
Somewhere.
we should give them hugs.
The world is basically like Hunger Games. You got District 1, which is America and England, and then you got District 2, which is like Korea. They make our TVs and cars. But then you get to
Hmm.
District like 8 and 9, they're making our, bananas, and you want to be up there. You don't want to be making like clothes.
Yeah, that's holy shit, dude. Did you just read Hunger Games? Because like that's blowing my mind right now. I mean, first shot just always in the back of the brain.
Well, I was reading a lot about Latin American coups and
Yeah,
how in the 1970s and 60s and 80s, we just spent all this money on fucking up anyone that we didn't like. And
yeah,
we were like, no, we want this guy in charge and this guy in charge. It's like, what is that all for? It's like for like bananas, like sugar. It's like, is that really worth it? And now we have all these immigrants and stuff. But I don't know. It's just like yeah, it's just weird how the world is like, yeah, you should be happy making our bananas. You could be, serving some lesser lords.
yeah.
You could be the
It's like
Incas.
Hunger Games, in the way that we're like number one.
But in the number one, there's even a more number one.
Yeah, what's the
But it's
number one?
cool. I mean, like the CEO of Halliburton.
Yeah,
But it's cool to be in America and being poor. If you're poor in Korea, it's like you're poor in a country that doesn't even, yeah,
I got a real question. Who do you think the Katniss Everdeen of real life is?
probably
And it can be guy or girl.
Takashi 69.
Gosh, she's 6'9". I completely agree.
Yeah, he's always being put in jail.
Yeah, man, bro. He's he's that's gonna be like part of his new song,
Yeah.
bro. I haven't listened to Takashi 69 probably in ever.
He makes good music videos. I
Yeah,
was like at one of these cool hip hop places in like the Bronx, and they were playing music videos, and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." And they're like, "Yeah, that's Takashi 69." I was like, "Oh, I just thought he was a joke."
yeah.
I didn't know people actually listened to his music, but his music videos were really trippy. I forget how or why or what they look like.
They kind of, I think from what I've seen, they kind of like remind me of like Nicki Minaj or Megan. They kind of all look the same.
Yeah, they're really
They're all,
capturing the same vibe.
yeah, exactly, which is fine.
Hey, fuck everything.
But
Fuck you.
him especially, his music's not that great from what I've listened to. I haven't studied enough to Tekashi 69 to make these.
Then why does everyone know his name?
Well, I mean, he gets a lot of clout for like being in media and like he was a part of those trials and he snitched and stuff. I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna join a gang, go to prison, snitch, and then I don't have to do comedy ever again.
Yeah, you could be the Rick Diaz of a prison cell.
Rick Diaz of a prison. As
That's
long
it.
as I'm getting, as long as I'm getting, you know, raped in my butt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The old butt rape.
yeah. What's the point of going to prison if you're not in the mood for that?
Yeah. Are you going to go to prison, you think?
I hope not. I don't think I would survive while in prison.
Um, do you think the American prison system is a nightmare?
I don't know. To be quite honest, I do not know.
I
I
mean,
would
how do you
say,
know anything?
honestly, that's I don't know much things to be honest.
Have you ever dealt with the American justice system?
I got a ticket one time that I paid online.
Uh,
Yeah.
so you got caught for speeding?
Yeah, I got in a wreck, and then it was technically because I ran a light.
Technically, or
Yeah.
did
Well,
you?
I feel like it was someone else's fault, but there was no way I could prove it. Someone was getting off the freeway,
Yeah,
and he didn't use his blinker, and he didn't yield immediately when he turned into my lane, and
like
so like I got out of his way, which I should have just wrecked into him,
you
and
got
then
out of his way.
yeah, and then like I was stunned. I was paying attention to that asshole, and then I ran a light like 3 seconds afterwards.
So you didn't get in a wreck.
I did get in a wreck, but it wasn't with that guy. It was someone that was crossing the red light that I was, not paying attention to. It,
So this car's coming in, you swerve to avoid, and then you run the light.
yeah, yeah. So this car's coming in. I just swerve into another lane. I'm like, whoa! And then there's another car coming at this intersection.
Yeah.
Boom!
So you crashed into him because you were avoiding the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Did you have a dash cam?
I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I was underprepared.
No dash cam. Well, that sucks because yeah, I mean, it was just a ticket, right?
Yeah, it was just a ticket.
Yeah.
My insurance took care of the poor people at that intersection. And then
So
the homeless guy that I killed didn't have any family, so it's all good.
real Taylor Swift of you.
Yeah, exactly. I might be the devil. Who knows?
Definitely could be.
I'm the
Um,
devil.
so what do you think about the New Year's shows coming up?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of nervous. You've done that kind of crowd
How
before,
many
right?
people is it?
I
8,000?
think yeah, that's what I've heard.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done 8,000 before. It's pretty fun.
yeah,
I mean, it's crazy because online we do that and 10 times that.
yeah. It's
But
weird when you think about it.
in an auditorium or an arena,
But we
it's
should
just
see.
magnified.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a lot of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think it's good to let that energy flow through you.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
fun.
you definitely just gotta vibe with it. Like I did those theaters, and that was kind of the same thing, just on a smaller scale. And I'm really glad I did that because it kind of gives me an idea of what it's gonna be like. But still, like it's hard to imagine 8,000.
Yeah. But everyone isn't reinforcing their desire to be there, so it's just like a compounding effect. It's almost like they are willing it to happen.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
it,
just have to like go into what you know, how to control those situations,
yeah.
because they're going to be trying to do it too, because they all paid money. And the good thing about Kill Tony is that the structured part is over in a minute, and
Mm,
after that, it's just you're in an arena full
mm-hmm.
of people just hanging out.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
That'll be nuts.
yeah,
How do I imagine? You have to do it 2 times in a row.
yeah,
Does it ever like I can't like so how is it like when you have to do 2 minutes like that close in a row? Because I know there was that time like a couple weeks like a week ago where you were doing like 6 shows in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
yeah.
What was that like?
It was just a lot, a lot of jokes that I had to do, but I just have like a crop of jokes that I have, and I just go through them.
Mm-hmm.
It really didn't change too much. I wrote more in preparation, but it was just like a thing upstream. Like when I
Yeah.
was happening, it was just like, yeah, I mean, I've done multiple shows. We all do multiple shows all the time.
Yeah.
So that wasn't hard. It was just, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I just worked harder further up so that I would have a good crop of jokes, and I was like, I don't have to be as stressed. If I didn't have a bunch of stuff that I could potentially do, then I would have been stressing more and I would have panicked last minute. But
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had a good amount of stuff. And maybe I should do more panic writing because
Yeah.
that produces a different type of thing.
Yeah. Like I feel like I kind of do that for roasts and stuff like that. I do like panic. Like that's a lot of panic writing for me.
Yeah.
I have a roast coming up. Quite nervous about.
Roasts are
Yeah.
such a pain in the ass.
Uh-huh.
A
Yeah.
show, I'll do a show any day. Tomorrow, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sure. A roast, you booked me for tomorrow. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do things that I did for another fat guy.
Mm-hmm. Roasts are weird because like in a way that you can't prepare for them, and then when it's over, it's over. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the
You have
only
to
kind of
write.
stand
And
up.
it's like maybe I should be writing like this for every show that I do that pays me $50 because that's how
Mm-hmm.
much I wrote for these $50.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
it's it is crazy to think like sometimes I go out on the weekends and I prepare less for that than I do roasts
Mm-hmm.
because the weekends I know what I'm gonna do and I just have to go through the recipe.
Yeah.
Like a roast, it'll pay me like nothing and then take up like 10 minutes of my time and stage time, and then I have to write for like so much because it's like your personal. They're getting us to write based on our personal professional shame.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it gets nasty. Yeah.
I don't like roast too much,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's good to work that hard.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you thinking right now? Do you want
I
to
love this water.
make a viral clip?
Let's make a viral clip right now.
Okay, let's just pretend like you said that um the that TikTok is the best app,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, and you can own me. TikTok kid owns uh old. What do you think I look like?
Oh,
Asian.
yeah, Asian's definitely in there. Obviously. And then nerd. old Asian
Asian
nerd.
nerd.
Yeah, you gotta keep it simple.
Asian nerd. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a job at Google,
Yeah.
and I'm like, actually, TikTok is the most harmful thing. You little kids have such short attention spans.
No, you're Asian, so it's gotta be like actually, you know.
Actually, it's very bad.
Shut up. And then
You could vape.
yeah.
TikToking teen vapes in Asian nerd's face.
Shut up, dumb Asian old nerd.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it hurts because he is a child and he has objectivity.
It hurts because you're dumb and old and
He can
nerdy.
destroy me, a child, when I'm so much older than him. Anything just born can destroy me.
Yeah. You're a
I have no
disgrace.
advantage. I've been spending 20, 30 years more on Earth than you, and I've gained almost nothing. It's actually been a detriment to me.
I don't think this is gonna go viral.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I mean, but we can keep it up if you want.
Well, I I don't really. I'm not like a huge riffer.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm terrible at riffing.
Really?
Yeah,
Who's the best riffer, you think?
Ooh,
Like
Casey.
Rafferty?
Yeah, I grab 3D is really good at it,
Yeah.
and then like Casey, like he does like
Casey riffs.
45 minutes where he just fucking riffs
Yeah.
locally. If we're talking about locally, I think
I mean,
maybe Casey.
theatrically, yes. I'm talking about just like when you're in a conversation with someone
Mhm.
and it's just like,
Oh, for like podcasts, then yeah, Ike
yeah,
Rafferty.
like Michael Ridley. I feel like he's really bitty.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Are you more like storytelling conversationalist?
Um, Usually I try to just get to the kisses as soon as possible when it comes to
Really?
conversations. Yeah, I'm just like,
Are you
I'm,
motivated by horniness? I don't get
honest,
that sense from
obviously.
you.
Yeah,
You seem like a pretty good guy to talk to. You're not always distracted and shit.
yeah. Well, I appreciate that you get that vibe, but I'm usually like pretty distracted in my head.
I can tell that sometimes you're not giving 100%, but
Yeah,
maybe that's because you're saving it up for some sex.
yeah. I'm saving it up for the sex. That's what I try to
Okay,
do.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So why do you think you're so motivated by sex?
I don't know. Honestly, I
Okay.
would say that sex is something that we're all motivated by, you
Yeah, I'm
know?
motivated by feeling good.
Yeah,
I just want to
exactly.
like rub my dick on things sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we're all supposed to do is just to see what we can rub our penises or our genitalia on
Well, I
in
feel
general.
like having like a steady, like a scratching post
Yeah,
to rub your dick on is good because then it's more sustainable and reliable and there's not a lot of like extra fluff. But there can be a lot of extra
I feel like if you
use.
rub your penis on a cheese grater, you won't ever rub your penis on anything ever again.
Yeah.
Which that would be.
So
Do you wanna try that out with me after the podcast? We can.
rub on each other.
No, no. On the graders, we can
Oh
buy a
yeah.
couple graders.
Yes.
Cool.
It's all about the pressure, although I don't think it takes much pressure to for that to hurt. So do you think like sex is like, you know, you're just like motivated by like endorphins, so you just want to like feel the most and you just want to experience that, or do you think it's hormones? Your just body is like in this unreasonable, illogical mode where you're sexing all the time?
I think butts are nice, but that's all I know.
Yes,
I would
butts are
say
nice.
that
It is what you're interested in. I think that's great that you enjoy butts because it's
butts
so
are nice.
sad to go out in life when you can't enjoy butts.
Yeah, like I'd say the best thing about butts are when someone is like, "Look at my butt," like when they want to
Hey,
show
look at my
you.
butt.
Yeah, and then
I've never really had that happen to me a lot.
you haven't had someone that's been like,
Look at
"Look
my butt.
at my butt."
I am so used to butts that don't want to be seen that if I see a butt that wants to be seen, it's sort of like, oh,
That's why it's so like, yes, you know.
yeah.
Don't you think it's like, yes, whenever
It's
there's
like,
one that wants to be seen.
woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can stare at this to my heart's content,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing anyone will do about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's for your eyes. It's meant for your eyes.
Yeah. So you like it when girls are doing that?
It's appreciated.
Yeah. I like the hunt.
You like the hunt?
I like just spotting it in the wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fun part about it. Just
Yeah.
seeing which ones are out for your eyes.
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 So do you ever feel like that? Are you ever like you see someone, checking out your booty and you're like, look at my
I
butt.
try to make mine visible for others to see. Yeah.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
please don't.
It's hard though, cause I don't have a booty, but I
I'm
work with
sorry.
what I got, you know?
Yeah, I'm working with a giant pair of loafers back there, so I have no idea what it's like for you.
I know. It's you're lucky with your
Thank you.
big voluptuous rumper.
Well, thank you, Heath. I really wasn't expecting that today.
Well, you deserve it, buddy, old
I
pal.
wish I had a big ass.
Yeah. Do you know? I
I
haven't
don't think
honestly.
so.
I've never really checked
Right?
out your
It's not
rumper.
a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Men don't really check out, but girls are checking out each other's butts. They're like, let's see what you got. Okay, you
Yeah.
got a F-150 of asses.
Yeah. I get intimidated by by broad shoulders. If someone's got
Yeah.
broad shoulders, I'm like, whoa, I can't talk to that guy. Yeah.
That's a mechanical advantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the wider your shoulders, the bigger your
hmm
like
I
reach is.
I just know that guy's better than me.
He
You
has more
know?
volume.
Yeah.
You could fit inside of him. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
He has all that much more shit,
hmm
then it's like he's gonna be better than you.
He's like, exactly.
I think that guys can be sexy.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you find sexy in a man?
A woman, 3D
Hey,
shape.
nice.
I think the more guys look like women, the sexier they are.
Yeah, like when guys have nice broad hips.
And childbirthing wastes,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
as child holding.
And when they have nice big voluptuous titties too.
I didn't realize the waist was up here. I thought the waist and hip were like the same thing.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were too, to be
But I guess
honest.
that's what would you call this part if not the waist? The
I
thorax?
thought like these things like the pelvis are the hip
The
bones, you know?
thorax to pelvis ratio?
Yeah.
Imagine describing a woman like a bug. Oh, yes, I love your cephalopods. You got nice, but I don't know what they have. Antennae.
Yeah, I don't know what bugs have.
But there's got to be a guy that's just like, man, that woman's abdomen or
I mean, I'm
thorax.
sure bug guys, they probably compare women to bugs, but
Yeah, you look like you could be a bug guy.
you know, I used to dig for earthworms when I was a wee lad
So 3 years ago,
3 years ago. I was digging for the earthworms back
who
home.
doesn't love doing that? It's hard to
It's
find good
fun.
soil anymore.
Yeah, I feel like earthworms don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, they're like fireflies.
hmm
You don't even know about fireflies.
I know about fireflies back in the
You know
day.
about the Owl City song, Firefly.
Yeah, man, that was my jam when I was like a little boy.
Fireflies in the night sky look like shooting stars. Is it that song? Or
No,
is that another song?
it's like dun, 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 bum, bum,
Na,
bum,
na, na,
bum,
na,
bum, bum.
na.
Yeah, I don't know the
Na,
words.
na, 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 na.
Yeah,
It's one of those nonsense songs where the melody is so good that the lyrics don't make any sense.
yeah, it didn't matter, but it just worked
It's
for that
like
time.
Imagine how many more of those people we could have if we lived in Scandinavia.
Yeah,
Because those people need a healthy culture to survive. They can't just be spouting nonsense when the Jews are being genocided.
yeah. I
So,
I didn't know that Scandinavians were. Do they have?
yeah, Dr. Luke, the person who sexually assaulted Lady Gaga, is from there
Oh,
or
so
something.
Scandinavians are just a problem.
Kesha.
Hmm.
I mean, they make good music.
Okay,
There's a guy
gotcha,
that just makes all the pop songs that lives in Norway or
gotcha.
somewhere.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they make good music. ABBA?
Yeah. I don't know who ABBA is. I don't listen to.
ABBA's just great. It's like it doesn't matter what era you're in, they make good songs like melodically.
Okay.
Dancing Queen?
Okay, yeah, I know that one. Are
Yeah.
they still like bopping around? The people that made Dancing Queen?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a Apple Music. Look them up on Apple Music when I get home.
It just lacks any context or any urgency. Their songs are very light.
Yeah,
It's like it's not like American music where it comes from pain or sorrow. It's not
yeah,
like Amy Winehouse.
yeah.
It's just really good songs.
Good, nice little feel good
Yeah.
songs. Yeah, nice.
That's
So
what we're gonna be
Scandinavians are good
soon.
people, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, they're the best.
Hell yeah.
They're the little Amish people on the teat of European colonized colonialism that got all the benefits and none of the downsides.
Hell yeah. I'm going to Scandinavia, at least to visit at some point now.
Yeah, you should.
I'm going to. It would be fun. Do you want to come whenever I go to Scandinavia?
I do,
Hell
yes.
yeah, we can make one of those cute little vlogs.
Those take forever to make.
Yeah,
Do
but
you make your own videos?
no, I don't make
You don't
content
make
really.
anything?
Yeah, I just was working on stand up.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I feel like people talk about it. People want
That's
to
the
make
thing about
content.
fucking content is it takes so much work to make. If it
Mhm.
was easy, it'd be so much better.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. You have to really want to make it. Those people that do that,
Mhm.
that is torture.
Is whatever you're focused on, and like I'm just more focused on writing material. You know.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. I think
Mhm.
that is kind of a shallow thing to be into.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like putting more eggs in more baskets, or yeah, putting your eggs in other baskets, which is fine, which is
Yeah,
smart. But
I think stand-up comedy is more direct. There's less editing.
mhm.
There's less things that don't actually help you get better at stand-up. When you're practicing stand-up, you're doing I mean that's the only way to do it. You can't get better at stand-up by doing some weird shit.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Definitely. Exactly.
so it's honest. So you're not gonna get led astray doing this. I know it's hard, but it's better for my whatever. And then you're doing some bullshit. If it's hard, then it's you're directly getting better from it in stand-up.
Mhm.
It's not like a job where you have to, do mind-numbing things for no reason. And those people, I feel sorry for when they get into comedy because they need to be told what to do,
Yeah.
and nobody's telling them. It takes someone that actually wants to do what they're doing. They don't want to just like look like they're doing something. They actually want to do the thing that they're doing.
Mhm. And I don't know, like the difference between that stand up and like vlogging or any other kind of like content that you would post on the internet is you like make it better constantly throughout the year. Like you make progress on it rather than just posting it all at once,
Yeah,
which I think is kind of neat.
it's a more long-term way to appreciate something
Hmm.
that these children know nothing about.
It develops like better because of that, I think.
Yeah, it's more organic. And you can
Exactly.
trick people easier because you do the same act over and over again.
Yeah.
What time are you trying to get out of here?
Whenever you want, man. I can say all night.
Oh,
We can party all
that's
night.
just what I wanted to hear.
I'm just kidding. We can. It's up to you.
So that's a cool thing you're doing.
Yeah, I'm addicted to nasal spray.
So it's not even for medical reasons.
No, like I just like I started using it one
Oh,
time.
don't do it again.
because like my nose was really stuffy like a couple years ago,
And
and
it
now
just clears it up.
yeah, and now here we are. I gotta use that
You just
about like
blast the shit out of your nose.
yeah, about every 3 or 4 hours.
4 hours. You're like snorting
Yeah, the bottle says it's good for.
acetaminophen.
It is oxymetazoline.
Oxycontin.
It does sound a lot worse than it is, but yeah, it sounds like
Well, how would you know? You're not a doctor.
fentanyl.
What if you're giving yourself cotton lung?
You can buy it at Dollar General for off the
That
back.
makes me worried even more.
Yeah, it's probably even worse than fucking
You got Dollar
fentanyl.
General cocaine?
Yeah, man, it's the best.
That's crazy.
It's like I can get you a
I
bottle.
would say, can I try? But I don't really want to stick it up my
That's
nose.
right. I'll just get you a bottle next time
Yeah,
I'm
we could
there.
be spray bros.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, you want to take a spray from my whatever? What do you call it? Your
Guess a
container?
bottle.
A bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to show you my butt afterwards.
Yeah, that's how you get all the butts.
So what's your strategy in getting butts?
Exactly what you just said. I
Wear your
I
nasal
just show
spray?
off my bottle, and that usually does the trick.
My strategy was to do comedy and then wait around.
Yeah, that's basically
Trying
it.
to get pussy
It's
without
hard.
comedy is stupid.
Yeah, it's tough.
The kind of guys that get pussy without doing comedy are the stupidest,
I
dumbest people alive.
I barely get it with comedy, so imagine where I was at before.
So what's your sex life like been?
It's like it's got a lot of potential. It's
So
got
it's promising.
yeah,
A
like I
lot
got
of
but yeah, as of now, who knows?
yikes.
I know it's not fun.
Well, I don't think that it should be an issue. I think that you will get to a place where you're sick of sex soon,
Yeah,
and then
well,
you'll look on these days with fondness.
you know what's not fun about it? People asking, "What's your sex life
What's your
like?"
sex life
And
like?
you have
I'll
to be
tell you
like,
what my sex
and
life
then
is
you
like.
gotta be like, "It's not that great."
That's the best answer, though. You
Yeah,
don't want to be a guy that's like, oh, dude, I'm getting so much pussy.
are you sure that
Yes.
that guy seems cool, man? He seems
That's
pretty rad.
disgusting. I mean, I guess if you're like Takashi 69,
Yeah, didn't we just say he was like Candace Everdeen? She's a badass. Yeah.
that's our Katniss Everdeen. That's like Katniss Everdeen on Adderall.
Yeah, that's true.
I wish there was a movie in the Hunger Games where everyone was vaping and they were on TikTok. And they were all just like
That's probably in the prequel that just
making
came
fun of
out,
each other.
and they're all
Yeah.
vaping it on TikTok.
Yeah. So do you think transgender people are an abomination upon God and man, or do you think that alternative genders have existed throughout history and species?
Yeah, that's good. I know they like I've seen movies where like in the 80s where there's like
The three-breasted
females.
woman?
Yeah,
You mean shamales?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get a
So they're at
tamale.
least that old.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if they're
everyone's
an
like, really,
abomination.
there's only supposed to be two. We don't have freedom. They want freedom for their guns, but not for gender.
Yeah, they gotta have freedom for the
I
guns
feel
and the
like
genders, right?
it's so weird how like most people that are obsessed with that are usually not that confident in their gender.
Yeah, that is what it's about. Is
Yeah.
like if you
It's like they have to be like, "No, you're a man and you're never not going to be a man." And so they go like, "No, this is how I handle it. You can be a woman." But it's like, why are you that thinking about it? You should not be thinking about your gender. You should just be trying to be a normal person most of the time.
I don't know. Some people, there's like they're self conscious about it because it's brought up as a question, and but it's a lot of it is just that's how a lot of people connect with each other
That's our
anyways
programming. That's our brainwashing.
by taking a side in whatever the hot topic is, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of it is people like to take sides.
Yeah,
But
what's a side that you like to take?
I'm the person that likes to take
You don't
sides
like
with
to
all
do
the
it.
people that like doesn't like to take
You're
sides.
like, I don't watch the news kind of guys.
Yeah, I hang out with the don't take side, guys.
I think that's smart. I
Which
think
is
that's
a club at
healthier.
its own.
I think our current public discourse is toxic and negative.
Yeah,
I think it's better to not listen to it because it'll on average bring you down a little bit.
yeah,
Like it'll make you happy, but it'll also make you sad. And I think on average it's a little lower. So
yeah.
I think
Honestly, I should get better about paying attention to like not necessarily politics, but also like politics and news and what's happening. I'm really bad about that.
what do you
Get
think about
staying
like
informed.
just if we're to do like the world according to Heath Cordes and you were trying to describe what's happening right now, what would you start with?
Oh, I'm so self-centered. I would be like, there's bad
What's
stuff going.
happening in Israel right now?
There's bad stuff where people are dying and little babies are not having fun and over there.
That's a bad place for babies.
Terrible place for babies. I know that. Um,
Yeah.
I think Jews
Hospitals.
maybe are not also having fun. They have a part in it somehow. I'm not sure what the
You're thinking that they could be having fun.
I'm not
They
sure.
should be having fun.
Yeah, I've heard that the Jews should always have fun.
That's one of the rules of
Yeah,
the Geneva Convention.
yeah, exactly.
Jews should always have fun from this day.
Yeah,
6 day, Six Flags tickets for all the Jews.
dude, if you're Jewish, you should get Six Flags tickets. I feel like,
Yeah. It's just weird to see when their Jewish brainwashing is useless and like gone too far.
yeah,
Because like most of the time they're right. And most of the time they're like, actually what you said was offensive against Jews. And like Jews have been so persecuted and it's horrible. You're like, oh yeah, that is true. But now there's like murdering people and they're still saying that shit. It's like,
yeah,
oh, this is autopilot for you. It's just most of the time it's correct.
yeah. I've heard that they were murdering people, but what are the what are the reasons? I don't know.
Because
Do
they
you
want
know?
their land.
Oh, gotcha,
They want to take it.
gotcha. Yeah, just quit being greedy, man. They're
We have
God's
so
people.
much land. Who wants
They're,
Siberia?
they're,
Palestine, you're now in
yeah,
Siberia.
dude.
We'll give you electricity.
It's kind of fucked up if you ask me.
It's just a land grab. It's a good old ethnic cleansing.
Exactly.
So that place, they're gonna get rid of all. It looks like they're gonna get rid of all the Palestinians in Israel. So Israel is just gonna be 100% Jews.
That's a weird thought.
I mean, at least it'll fix things.
I have no idea, man.
At least we can visit Israel now.
That's as long as I can visit Israel. That's
I mean,
cool.
I can't visit Israel.
I wanna tell my dick jokes in Israel.
Yeah, I mean, they love comedy.
Do they? Do they like dick jokes over there?
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
It's so funny that they love comedy because religion is the death of comedy
Yeah.
in terms of actual real world Game of Thrones type shit.
Yeah.
So they
Do
have
you
they're the
think they balance each other out maybe for the Jewish people?
yeah, I think because they're so suppressed with the religion that when they're free, they're
Mhm.
like they're doing it all. They're like using their mind for like goofy jokes.
Yeah.
I was told this was bad. But when you're training your mind to read the Torah for whatever, you're learning the words, you're learning sentence structure, and that trains you to be a comedian. It's just most of them don't. And then once a few of them get out,
Yeah.
then it's just deadly.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So you want to wrap it up?
We
We did
can.
like 17 hours.
Yo, I feel like we did more than enough then.
Someone said this looks like a junior high counseling meeting.
It is.
I'm
You're
going
good at
to
it. You can always look into that. You counseling little children. I think you'd
asking
be
them
good at
about their
it.
sex life.
Yeah.
You're 21. He's 21.
I'm not.
He's an
No,
adult.
I'm not.
What, you're 20?
No, I'm actually
Yeah.
like 13, 14, something like
I
that.
had a conversation with a kid where we talked about sex.
Yeah. Thank you, Hans.
I enjoy
Thank you for
talking with
sharing
you.
that
You
weed with
seem
me.
very honest and normal.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you want to do now?
it's up to you, my friend,
Okay.
my pal.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye.
Bye.
I think that's good enough.
Nice.